What's up, sports bettors? It's week 6 of college football, and I'm going to be running you through 3 big bets, no-brainer bets that you should lock in. So if you're new to the OddsJam YouTube, obviously a game a lot of people are excited about is Tennessee LSU. It's projected to be pretty close, big matchup. We got the Vols, we got the Tigers, and really the purpose of OddsJam is to kind of teach you how to become a sharp bettor, how to become a better bettor. Like, of course, we're going to give you winning picks that make you money in the long run, but also the goal is to kind of help explain to you, how to use data to make better bets, right? OddsJam has millions of college football odds updating in real time, so you can always get the best line, right? So if you want to take LSU on the spread, you should be betting at minus 102 odds on FanDuel. Right? You want to take LSU on the money line, you should be betting them plus 120 on DraftKings. If you're placing bets at plus 110 when there's other sportsbooks in your location giving you plus 120, you're never going to make money betting on sports, right? So the first bet I locked in, kind of as an example, is UCLA on the money line. This bet's ridiculous, right? So what this positive EV kind of betting tool does is it takes the millions of odds updating in real time on OddsJam and shows you the biggest line discrepancies, right? Out of all these data points, where's the value, right? So we can see right now the biggest line discrepancy is going to be right here with UCLA money line. So I hit it for a G right here, and that was my first bet. 6.11% profit margin. Once you kind of wrap your head around the math of EV betting, this bet we threw $1,000 on has a 6% profit margin roughly. That means our bet is worth $60 in profit margin. If you tried to give me a $50 bill for my bet, I wouldn't trade it because mathematically, I'm using every data point in the market to tease out that plus 175 on UCLA is a ridiculous price and a bet I want to be on, right? So this bet is insane value if you're new to positive EV betting. We'll have some videos kind of in the end screen about how you can calculate your profit margin. We've done videos about the Kelly calculator, kind of bankroll management. But here it's like we're getting UCLA plus 175. Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker in the world, they're all the way down at plus 134, right? They have Utah minus 158. So first of all, that's an arbitrage bet, so you can make some risk-free money if you wanted to arb it. But second of all, it's just like we're getting insane value. So that's the first play I ended up locking in. Now, what's the second play? Let's get into it. It's Georgia State minus 2.5, right? So this was just another positive EV bet I found, which we'll go through in a sec. But what's really interesting about this Georgia State play for 2.5K, you're able to bet more on spreads, is they're offering, 4 cents of juice in their market, right? Most of these markets are minus 110, minus 110 juice. This is plus 106, minus 110. So there's a lot lower vig and more opportunity as a sports bettor, to find sharp bets because there's less vig, right? It's really that simple. Like here we can see Bet Online, a really sharp offshore sports book, and DraftKings both have Georgia State minus 2.5. So kind of thinking like a trader, like an investor, we're using all the data in the market to be like, being able to get Georgia State minus 2.5 is ridiculous value. So that's the second play I went with. Again, really happy with it. Third play, let's go through it. Louisville minus 3, 2.51% profit margin, 2.42% was on the Georgia State one. Again, if you're confused about these profit margins, it doesn't mean every single bet is going to win. It's not how positive EV betting works. Unfortunately, not every bet wins, right? We've been tracking our profit and loss both on live streams. Live streams are crushing it. We're up 4.5K. And not live streams, full-length YouTube videos. Since the start of football season, we're crushing it. We're up 12K if you would have tailed everything at the same odds. But again, it's not like every bet wins. We lost our first 4 bets. There's a lot of variance, even as a positive EV bettor, right? If your bet is sharp and your bet is profitable, your bet can still lose, right? If you would have invested in Amazon stock in 1990, you'd be rich, but there would still be days that the stock would go down, right? So kind of the way to think about it is what is the profit margin of the play? What's my confidence in that profit margin? And here, like we're betting on Louisville -3, when most sportsbooks have Louisville as -3.5 spread favorites. 3 is a key number in football, right? If Louisville wins the game by a field goal, we push, everyone else loses. So Louisville -3.5 is ridiculous value. You know, Pinnacle has it -132. You can see the jump from -3 to -3.5 on these sportsbooks that offer alternate spreads is pretty massive. And if you go to a no-vig odds calculator, or I guess better yet, an odds converter calculator, this really, when I was, you know, a quant on Wall Street, this really helped me wrap my head around how to make money sports betting, is when you're betting at -110 juice, right, you only need to win 52.4% of your bets to break even. So if you're winning your bets 50% of the time, 55% of the time, I mean, you could do this full time for a living, right? Pro sports bettors, sharp bettors, they win on spreads and totals at -110 juice, just that much, right? So they only win, you know, 55% of the time. No one can win every time. So being able to find these spots where we're getting half a point in value around such a key number in football is really how you take your win percentages from 50 to 55%. And it really is as simple as just placing the positive EV bets from OddsJam, just bets in bold with a circle around them. Or you can do it manually yourself, right? You can go to NFL, you can go to games you want to bet on and take a look at the spread and just try to find value, right? Try to find value in the market. Value is everything long term. You're not trying to win these the way to get rich sports betting isn't to, you know, place these crazy parlay bets. No. It's to have an edge, you know, place a lot of bets and win in the long run. We have 3 bets. You know, here is our profit margin for all of our bets, 2.51% for the Louisville play as an example. We hit it for 3.3K, so this bet is worth $82.83 in profit margin. Total profit margin of our plays is $204. You tried to give me $150 for these 3 bets, I tell you to F off. No way. These bets are worth $204 in profit margin. Just taking your edge, your EV percentage, multiplying it by your stake. And I mean, I think the results during the live stream and everything else speak for themselves. You know, there will be some variance, there will be some losing streaks, but we know as a positive EV bettor, we're winning in the long run, which at least is what I care about, right? Having an edge and winning in the long run. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and let's make some money, guys.